Okay, how you doing, everybody? It's like a day later from the video that you may have already watched. The video I made yesterday, the day before my surgery. I am now the day of my surgery, and I'm finished my surgery back home. It is, what time is it? It's 11:30. I left the hospital at 10:30, and I've been home for a little while already. And I'm actually feeling pretty great. I guess I didn't really have much to worry about. It was a pain having to get to the hospital so early, get there at like 5:30, surgery at 7:30. I think that's about when they rolled me into the operating room. And then I remember getting out of the operating room, or like moving myself over onto the other bed sometime after 10-ish, or just before 10, somewhere around 10. So I don't know if surgery went longer than it was supposed to or not. I didn't really get to talk to the doctor or anything because it was outpatient surgery and he just sort of had to get on to the next thing. But as far as I know, no complications, everything went the way it was supposed to, or close enough. I'm sure if there was anything wrong or out of the ordinary, that he would have left instructions or something with a nurse or somebody else. So let me see if I can lift my arm. I can. There it is. It's all like discolored from the iodine or whatever they use on it. But it is in a sling. Thankfully, it's not too oversized. It's in a sling and it's in a splint. It's wrapped up. Did say it would be in like a half cast, but it's more just a splint, and then it's got like an ace bandage wrapped around it. They said they gave me painkillers after surgery or during surgery. I can't remember which. Haven't had anything since. They gave me a ginger ale shortly after I got into recovery. Drank that, drank some water. I'm on some apple juice now. I've eaten a couple of potato chips. And yeah, somebody's going out and getting me a burrito right now. Yeah, haven't taken any pain meds. It doesn't really hurt. Like, I mean, I guess maybe it hurts. I've got a fairly decent pain tolerance. I can move my hand really well. Like, that's not a problem. It doesn't seem too swollen right now. I can move my shoulder. It's a little stiff, but it had been getting stiff because that's the only thing I've been able to move much of for the last like week and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep moving my shoulder as much as I can without going overboard. So I don't want to stress my arm out too much. I'm gonna use my hand as much as I can. That is a little uncomfortable. It's more than the sensation than anything of like the muscles moving around in my forearm, because they did have to like push things out of the way and stretch things in order to get at the bone so they could drill the hole and then reattach the bicep tendon. So I guess that's to be expected. It doesn't feel too swollen, but I imagine it is and will probably swell up some more. Go and see my doctor in a week. I'm gonna try and either call the office later this afternoon or early tomorrow. Probably this afternoon. I'm feeling pretty clear-headed. Just to touch base and see if the doctor had anything to say or has anything to say, and make that appointment. And then I can get out of this splint, hopefully into a brace, and be able to start moving my arm a little bit and live a little bit of an easier life. I had been adapting fairly well and being able to use my arm a little bit, as I touched on in the last video. But for this next week or so, I'm not going to be able to use it much at all, since it is kind of locked into a, looks about almost a 90 degree position. Maybe a little bit more than 90 or less than 90. Let me see. Maybe about a 70 degree But either way, I'll get by. I'm gonna try and do the no painkillers thing. My friend, or Vanessa, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know who Vanessa is. But she is my friend now. So she is out getting food and Tylenol, just regular Tylenol. I have the good stuff, or what some people would say is the good stuff. I've never really got much out of it. So I'll try Tylenol. If that doesn't work, I'll go to the stronger stuff. But for right now, it's just a waiting game. My plan was to go back to work tomorrow. That's still my plan. I probably couldn't go to work like right now the way I'm feeling. But as long as this arm doesn't get any worse, and as long as I'm still able to move my shoulder and my hand no problem, work is a very real possibility. As long as I get lots of rest and take a couple of naps today, I don't see it being an issue. Probably modified duty at least for the day, but we'll see how that goes. So if you have any questions about like the initial surgery process or whatever, they did do the, I don't know what's it called, the hook and button or screw thing where they put a hole through the bone, and then they put a little button on the end, and that pulls up on the other side of the bone, and then they put a screw in that holds the tendon in place. So I guess the idea is that the bone and screw and tendon will all heal together into one solid anchor, so that it'll be all hunky-dory. Did I say hunky-dory? Yeah, it'll all be like good to go and nice and strong. That'll just take time. But I know it's secure enough right now that like in a week's time I'll be able to like actually start moving it a little. So I am excited about that. I'm excited about eating some food. Here, let me see if I can stand up, show you this. I can't really. There you go. It's in a sling. It's wrapped up. Can't really show you much else. Ugh. So that's how things are right now. Probably rambled on and all kinds of things that you didn't really need to hear or care about. But all things considered, I think I don't look too bad, and I really don't feel bad at all. It's like there's a dull ache there that wasn't there before, but I kind of expected that. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And I bought myself a bucket last night. Look at this pretty pink bucket. I bought this for throwing up into, because I have problems with anesthesia and nausea, but I warned them. I think they gave me anti-nausea medication beforehand. So I actually feel fine. Like, really. The way I feel right now is I could have just gotten out of bed a couple hours ago and like tweaked my arm while I was sleeping, and that's why it's a little sore than it has been the last couple of days. Like, that's how I feel. I feel pretty darn decent. Like if people were getting off of work later and wanted to go out and hang out, I'd probably go hang out. Just sit around with them, not have any drinks or anything, but I do feel that good. So it's still early enough. I can have a nap for a couple hours, and then I'll probably feel pretty darn decent. So I'll just wrap this up here because there's really not much to say. But I will update you if there is any like further to report, at least initially. If I got like really bad pain, or if I have like no pain at all, or if I have swelling, or I'll just keep you up to date. Probably give you at least some sort of update before the week point where I go and get the dressing and everything off. But if I don't, I will definitely update you once I've been to the doctor in a week. Sound good? Sounds good. And if you have any questions that you think I might be able to answer now, then just leave them in the comments and I'll try and answer them. Or if you have any like questions for moving forward, leave those too, and I'll answer them when I have the answers, or I'll get the answers and answer them, that sort of thing. Okay. You can tell I'm feeling pretty normal, right? Because I'm like rambling, and that's my regular behavior. All right. I will talk to you later. Until then, peace and love. And I don't think I wrapped up my last video like that. Gotta remember. Later.